These are Pain Pearls, tips and hints to enhance your effectiveness as a practitioner.
I'm Dr. Richard McAmoyle, and I want to help practitioners treat chronic pain better. Hello, and welcome to Pain Pearls. Today we're going to be talking about brief action planning. It's a quick, easy method to help a patient determine what their pathway to their goal is going to look like. It's a skill that you can develop to help your patients plan the activities that they wish to get back to. This can help with patient compliance because you're not giving them exercises. You're sitting down with them to help them plan to get back to meaningful activities, things that they want to do, and it's not an imposition on them. Step one is to figure out what the meaningful activities are that the patient would like to get back to. Something that maybe they haven't been doing because of their pain. Usually it's something that drives them into the office. They're coming to see you because they're in pain, but mainly because the pain is now impacting their ability to do things, or they're worried that it's going to impact their ability to complete something. We should figure out where they are now with it, whether they're doing any of it or none, what they think they would be able to do, and what they want to eventually get back to doing. If someone's a runner and they haven't been running and would like to get back to running, say, a half marathon, that's a bit of a longer planning process than someone who just wants to get back to be able to run again. So figure out what the parameters are to start with, what they can do, what they feel they can do, and what they want to get to. Then what we can do is ask if they'd like some help, set their plan on how to get back to doing the activity that means something to them. So once we've established what it is and that they do want some help, we have to get very specific. We want to find out when can they start, like this week, next week, in 3 weeks, tomorrow. Once you figure that out, then usually set some parameters for, say, how many times a week do you think you can do this and for how long. You may encourage the patient to think about their day and where they'll be able to fit this into their day. If it's at the end of a work day, if it's before they go to work, if they've got kids and they drop the kids off and then do it after they drop the kids off. All of these parameters, you just have to allow the patient to work through their ideas. Well, I think I can do it at this time or that time. Quite often, they will self-regulate when they're really thinking in specific detail about the barriers that might stop them from being able to do it. So we set out all of the parameters for them to be successful. They will have when, where, and for how long set up for a week or two. If it can happen the same every week, great. If it has to happen different in different weeks, plan that ahead. Very specific. Once you have that, recap the plan and ask the patient how confident are they on a scale of 0 to 10 that they will be able to accomplish the task. If they're less than 7, we need to figure out what the barriers are. Why are they thinking, I might not be able to complete it? And we should revisit and revamp the plan until they're over that 7. Once we've determined exactly what the plan is going to be, and they're confident about it, we put it on paper. We write it down, or actually, ideally, you get them to write it down. We have some forms that we use here. And then they can take that with them. This is all in keeping with the idea of SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T goals, which are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Perhaps we'll talk about SMART goals on another Pain Pearl. But that's it for today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's Pain Pearl.